Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm back with you for another Dawn and Julia Creates. So if you remember, last month we did make a load of embellishments and the gorgeous Julia has sent me hers, as well as a few extra goodies that I thought I would show you. So I have here the gorgeous little mini envelopes that she created. I also have, now I've tried to keep these so that we can see them quite easily. We have these absolutely gorgeous flowers and I'm loving the dimension on these. I just think they are fab. So we have them. They keep getting caught on each other, but I do not mind. So there is them. We also have these gorgeous paperclip embellishments as well. So love, 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 love. And then the last thing that she made was these gorgeous ones that we have. We have two that are just flowers and we have two that have got flamingos on. So love, love. We then have, she has sent me these gorgeous little birdie flowers and I love it. I won't be using them in this video unfortunately, but we also have these, which are watermelon napkins. We also have this gorgeous tropical napkin as well, and then the best one of all is this one, pineapple. The pineapple napkin as well, so that will definitely be getting used. So thank you so much, Julia, for that. So in this video we are allowed to use 2 more sheets out of the trendy pack from B&M. So this is the pack. And what we've decided to make is, well, what I've decided, so thank you everyone who commented and gave me suggestions, because it was a hard decision. It was actually a really hard decision, because there was so many brilliant ideas, and I just want to thank you all. I did read them all perfectly, but however I couldn't choose them all. As much as I wanted to choose them all, I couldn't choose them all. So what we have decided to go for is we're doing a mini journal. So I will be making a mini journal using one of these sheets. We're also going to create a card, so it can be any size card that we like, and then we're also going to be creating some ATCs as well. So I'm planning on doing one journal and these absolutely gorgeous paperclip charms I'm going to put into the journal. So I'm going to have little pockets in, and I think that would be really, really cool. And then maybe a jazz up the front using a few of the other embellishments. I'm then going to create a card, so I will actually keep one of these embellishments, probably one of the ones with the words on, for my card. Excuse me. And then we have the ATCs, so, and the flower. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the ATCs yet, but let's see what we can create. So the only thing else that we're allowed is our distress ink, so I have quite a few here. So I've got black soot, I've got hickory smoke, ice spruce, stormy sky, shaded lilac, Victorian velvet, dusty concord and chipped sapphire. So they're just what I've pulled out of my stash. We're also allowed a black pen as well, so I have here my black Sharpie pen, and that is it. Obviously we're allowed our glues, but yeah, that is it. So it's so exciting. I'm going to go off camera just now because I am going to cut these papers down. So I'm going to cut them down to ATC size, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So I'm going to create 3 of them, so I will cut 3 of them out, and then I'm also going to cut some pieces down to create a mini journal as well, and maybe also cut big enough for a card base. So yeah, this is going to be so fun. Right, I will be back once I've cut this and then we will get started. Okay, so I'm back. What I've done is I have cut 3 pieces here that are 2.5 by 3.5. So these are going to be my ATCs. I've also created a card base. So this is my card base that I am going to use, and this is a 5-inch square, and again I've used that out of the paper. This is what I have left from that paper, plus this little square, so they will come in handy. I also have a few bits like this, because we don't waste, so they will be used. And then what I've done, so this is the spare bit from the other paper. So I've cut this other paper down to 4 inches. So it's 12 inches across by 4 inches, and I've got 2 pieces. And what I'm going to do is actually create these into my mini journal. So the bit that we've got left, this bit, I'm going to create my cover with. But I do need to score it. So the measurements I did was using these, because I know that I'm wanting a couple of them to go into a pocket. I'm wanting it so that it is the same size, so they're not poking out. So I'm just going to put that up against there and that on there. So I am going to score it at so I'm going to score it at 2.5. So that is going to be the size. So every 2.5 I am going to score. I'm going to do an accordion fold on it, and you will see why in a moment. So oh, I've done that bit wrong. You silly woman. I've done it at 2 instead of 2.5. Right, so you go in there. That one's right. So we have an extra score in that one, but it won't matter. So just like that, I'm going to do the same to this one as well. Really, I should have got my 12 by 12 score board out, but never mind. So that, and then again we want 2.5 and another 2.5. So that is that. And then what I am going to do is, so this little flap, you don't want to get rid of it, so we are going to glue this piece onto there just like that. So then that will create 4 pages in our mini journal. Now this bit, you don't need to worry about this bit either, because this will be attached to the front cover along with this bit. Or actually I might cut that off. I'm making this up as we go along. So, so it's 4 inches down, 12 inches across, and we're scoring at every 2.5 inches, and then we're doing an accordion fold. Let me just grab my glue, because all of these, if I can, it was working a moment ago, but it is just about run out actually, so I think it's the time where it's all clogged. Come on, you know you want to get out. Right, I'm just going to go off camera. Oh no, we've done it. There we go. No, right, I'm going to go off camera, unclog my glue, and then I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. So I've managed to unclog my glue. So I'm just going to glue these sections together, just to make it quite a sturdy page. And again, I do the same with this side. So there's one bit. Do the same with this bit. And then do the same with this bit, like that. So they're nicely stuck together. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so we're not actually going to stick these bits together, and you'll see in a second how we're going to put it together itself. So this bit's too, so we need this bit, and we need to have this so that it's about 4 1/4. yeah, 4¼ in height, and we want it so that we can roll it over. Now this actually measures 6 inches, so I think that's going to be the perfect size actually. Now I'm interested to see, 4¼ interested to see how Julia makes her mini journal, because I know there's tutorials out there on making a mini journal. I think I'm going to have that side actually, and I've not yet seen them. Well, I've seen them, but I've not yet made one. But I thought I would do it the way that I normally sort of create my journals. Now we want this so that when it folds over, it's together. But I'm just thinking that maybe I just need to put some sort of tape or something just along this edge. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So Julia, I really hope this is me not cheating. However, I am going to go in my stash and just grab some washi tape just so that I can glue this together, but you won't see it. So I'm really hoping that I'm not cheating. So I'm just going to put a bit of washi tape along there, line this up, and then bring that over, and you'll see why I've done this in a minute. So just like that, and then I am going to trim this bit off like that, so that you won't be able to see it at all. It hasn't gone over there. Right, so that means that we can open the book quite happily without it opening. So this bit we're going to put our glue on, and we are going to glue it down onto our journal-y bit, cover, sorry. So just like that. Right, so there's that one, and then we are going to bring this around. Oh, don't move. Might have been better actually for this to dry. Yeah, then we're going to bring this around. Like that. And then we are going to glue this side down as well, and then this creates like a little mini book for us. And then we're going to set this aside. So just like that, we're going to set this aside to dry, and as you can see, we have our pages, and it's really cool. Yeah, so set this aside to dry, and then we will come back, we'll decorate the front, and we will decorate inside. It'll be very basic decorating, but that's what we will do. So let me bring in my card. So this is the card base. Now we do have this gorgeous, oh, I really like that. So we have this gorgeous paper. So I am going to tear this just along the edges. And on this edge, and then I think I'm going to bring in some of my distressings, or do we want it quite, oh, see, I like both ways. No, I think I'm going to go that way, and then I think just for added detailing I might just add in some, that's a bit too much white there. Add in some of this just for added detail. So as you can see, I'm just putting it off to a slant. And then do the same on that side, I think. So I'm thinking just like that. Let me move these bits. I need to be careful because I am actually running out. I only have a small amount of bits that I can play with still, so we do need to be careful. But I really like that. I really like that. So I am going to stick with that. Actually, I'll use my tape runner. So let me just, feel today, I feel very unorganized, and I don't know why that is, because actually I am very organized today, but I just have this feeling of everything is just messy, and I don't know, you know, I don't know if you get the same feeling as well, but just have this feeling that today this video is just going to be very unorganized. So you'll have to let me know whether or not it is, or whether it's because I'm doing a few things at once. Okay, so I'm just trimming that off. Really, really, really like that. Right, okay. Tell you what, move my hot gun so you won't be able to see, but off to each side of me is an absolute mess everywhere. Okay, right, I do need to stick my glue gun in, so I've just plugged that in. I'm just going to have a sip of my Pepsi, because my mouth feels really, really dry today. But I am recovering from a cold, and it just seems to be lingering, unfortunately, when I get ill. So if I get a cold, it does put me out of action for quite a long time, because I think because my joints already hurt, it just makes it so much worse. I don't know if any of you who have similar condition to myself suffer the same, but yeah, it's a bit annoying. Right, okay. So my glue gun is heating up. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I want to add some gorgeous colour into this. So I am going to, right, I used Dusty Concord last time. It is my favourite. Let's start with a Victorian Velvet. So we're going to start with that. Put that on the floor. That was just my paper pad. And let me get a brush out, and I need one of my microfiber cloths out. Make sure that's got no ink on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in some of this gorgeous distress ink and really give it some colour. So not everywhere, so just on these corners, I think, because I do want to bring in quite a few of my distress inks just to make this look amazing if I can. Now, Julia on the last challenge did cheat, and she was put on the naughty step for using the Tim Holtz stickers. However, I did let her off the naughty step when I saw what she'd done and how she used them, because actually, if I'd thought of it, I would have done exactly the same. But yeah, it was quite funny, because she did message me saying, yeah, I'm on the naughty step, Dawn, just thought I'd let you know. I've been naughty, so I was quite intrigued. So I did laugh when I'd seen that. So and just gonna put him here because he's so cute. Right, okay. So I absolutely love that. I love the colour. I love the intensity of it. Now, do I want to come in with some hickory smoke? I'm thinking yes, I do. And I might even go into the black. So I'm just using a makeup brush to blend this. And if you've not like had these or seen this, I highly recommend them. They make blending so much easier. They're just fantastic. I love them. Right, I'm just bringing in some on a few of the edges. Because I want this, like I said, I want this to be quite funky if I can. But I do want this corner darkening up more, so I am going to actually go in with my black soot. Oh, much better. I like that. It's like, it's now as if it has a frame around it. So I'm just dragging it just one way, just to give it, and I'm not focusing on all the edges, so I am trying to bring sort of some extra interest in. And then I will finish off doing some doodling. Oh, I like that, really like that. And these microfiber cloths, now I got these, this one has been used quite a lot and has been washed. So I put them in the wash once they're to a point where they are looking a bit worse for wear. But they're brilliant for cleaning these, because I was cleaning them with soap and water and they were taking days to dry out. So and I can't remember where I got the tip from, actually. I don't know if it was one of my subscribers, it might have been, and they said about using a microfiber cloth. It was my friend actually who I craft with on a Wednesday, so thank you, Dorothy. And she mentioned this, getting some microfiber cloths, and I have to admit she is totally right. Oh, isn't that so cute? Right, okay, so now I need to build up some composition. So I know that I definitely want one of these. I mean, look how that now stands out quite beautifully on this paper. I'm very tempted to go with one of everything on my card, because I just think that that would be really, really cool. Oh, yeah, I really, really love that. I really love that. Right, hang on. That might need to go up further. I'm actually even tempted not to bother with the flower. I really want to use the flower though. Actually, what about the yellow one? Just because it's got a bit more contrast of colour. Just like that. Oh, see, it would need a third. Yeah, I would need a third flower. What about another one of these? Just that. See, I keep looking at it and then I keep coming up to the camera and looking at the camera, because I have noticed that some things actually look better through the camera. No, I don't want one of them. Could I get away with putting that on? Oh, I need your guys' help. Oh, this is hard. This is really, really hard. I don't know why I've just swapped that over, because they're both exactly the same. Right. I'm actually just thinking that I really like that, but I want something to stick out of there. I do have some bits of paper, so let me see. Cut this. Yeah, and then I'm going to turn it into a banner, just like that. And then I am going to come in with one of, let's see what it looks like. Oh, and my inks. Right, I'm going to come in with my Dusty Concord, because I haven't used it yet and it's my favourite ink. So just putting this on just for more interest, really, and just to break up that colour. Oh, love, 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 love. Oh, do you know what? I've just had another idea of having one just sticking out of there as well. So I'm going to do that. So quite a big banner again. So let us put this gorgeous, gorgeous purple on. Oh, you can't quite see. See if I can. Oh. So, and then I'm thinking that just in there, just like that. Yes, I love, 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 love. Right, okay, so let us get these stuck down. Right, I do need to keep an eye on the time, because I've noticed my videos seem to be getting longer and longer. So I'm just going to, oh, my glue gun's dropping. Right, that one there, like that. And then we are going to put that one in there. Now I'm just going to use my wet glue for this piece because I don't want this piece to, I don't want the glue gun to go everywhere, because knowing my look, it will. So let's pop that in there like that. And then the last thing is this one. So I'm just going to build that up because I'd like that to have a bit of dimension. Just like this. So yeah, love, 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 love. Okay. Oh, I really, really like that. I'm determined to get one of these flowers on. What about, actually, what about there? Can we get away with one there? What about that one? The yellow one. Right, sorry dear, I'm just going to flatten these just ever so slightly. There. Actually, do you know what I'm going to, because I love it. I love, I love, I love. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat. There we go. I love that. I really, 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 really love that. So there's my card. I am going to come back in with my black pen once I have finished my ATCs and once I have done some more on my mini journal, because then I'll do all the black pen writing all in one go. Right, let me have a look. ATCs. So these are the ATCs. Now I'm going to go with this side. I want, so for this journal, let us get, I'm thinking for the front cover, I really like that for the front cover. So that's going to go on the front. And then I like the idea of a little envelope at the front and a little envelope at the back. So that's going to go in there. I'm then going to put, no, these I think can go on here. So they can definitely go on there. Maybe put this little envelope in there. So I think that will be that. And then those two can also go in there as well in the pages without the envelopes. And we'll turn them into pockets. So that's the journal done. So we have these three and we have these three. So this is what we are going to add to our ATCs, which I think they're gorgeous. So what I'm going to do, let me just put another glue stick in there, is first of all, I'm going to come in with my ink. So we need to do some sort of ink blending or something on them just to give the background a bit something else. Let me just move these like this. So I've got this chipped sapphire. I'm not sure if it quite goes though. I don't think it does. Stormy Skies. What about if we do these vintage style? So what I think I'm going to do, let me just get the vintage one out. I also have, I've got spun sugar, so I'm going to use my spun sugar. So we'll start off with that. So let me just clean off my my brush. Okay. And then let us, I can't really see, oh yeah, you can. So I'm just focusing on one corner, see, so it is very, very pale, which is fine. It just makes this just slightly darker. And then I'm just going to focus a bit on this corner as well. So there's one. So again, do the same here. So I'm just going to do I'm trying to get it so that I'm not focusing all the ink on the same places on each of the ATCs. So they're slightly sort of mismatched. I loved making the embellishments last month, absolutely loved it, so I'm hoping that we will be doing more of them because that was quite fun. I have to admit, to use the embellishments is quite hard, so I think next time I'm going to choose what we use to make the embellishments. I'm going to get the lovely Julia to choose how we use them and what we use them on and what we create, because I think it's her turn. But I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys are an absolute amazing. You just, yeah, you gave me so many ideas, and I'm just so sorry that I couldn't use them all. Unfortunately, there was just so many, but they were all fantastic. So thank you again so much for that. Right, I am going to just. Now, I'm not bothered that I'm not bothered about that. It's what I'm wanting, because I don't think I'm going to doodle on these. I think I'm just going to use my pad itself. So I'm wanting to get some of the card itself instead of just the edge, just to give that lovely sort of black distressed look. Yeah, I like that. Well, I'm saying I'm not going to doodle, but I have a feeling I may doodle. So really like that. Now, I am thinking vintage. Do I want to go vintage, or do I want to leave it and stick these down? So, see, I love that. That just makes it pop so much more. I am, however, going to raise this up. So what I'm going to do, I've got some, just some scrap white card here, just because I don't know where I put my foam dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this just to raise them up with. Oh, no, don't do it. It did it. Talking to my work again. Why not? They said you couldn't. Okay. Made a bit too big. Perfect. Okay, so let's put that on. So it's just so that we've got some dimension within our piece, within our ATC. So just like that. And it makes it just pop just that little bit more. And then that one doesn't need it, so we'll just glue this one straight on. There we go. And add these, they're just fantastic, these embellishments Julia's made. And you know what, it's really nice working with her pieces. So I'm really enjoyed it. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Sorry, I'm really pleased with that. That's just absolutely beautiful. Her flowers that she's made are just absolutely gorgeous. They are really nice. So again, I'm just going to raise these pieces up. Just using some scrap white card that I have in my stash. So if you, this is just to show really that you don't need to have you know, foam pads. If you run out, there's other ways of giving dimension to your pieces, which I find really cool. So put that on there like that, and then we'll have this one on this side, and just want that to be a bit more flat. Yeah. And then this one with them going that way. So there's our first two ATCs. Aren't they fab? Oh, I've just realised my light has sort of fallen down. I thought it looked a little dark. So ooh. Right, and then I want this one, which is the last one. And again, you're just using that scrap card. And I think we'll have this one so it's sat at the bottom, just like that. I've got a bit of glue gun on here. Oh, I can't really do anything about it. Never mind. And then I'm thinking, so we've got that facing that way, that fit. Right, we'll have them ones facing upwards. So we'll have that in that corner. Just like that. Right, put that back in my dish. Oh. There we go. So there's our 3 ATCs. How cool are they? Oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. Right, okay, so let me move these over to the side and then let us start on this. So the first thing I want to do is just take everything out that I've put in. And then we just want to just trim along there. So I am just going to use my big scissors and just sort of go along this line. There we go. So I'm going to use this side for my front cover. Yep. Just because I think the contrast to that is really, really nice. And I'm going to keep the cover very very plain. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm just going to stick this down like this. And then, oh, isn't that lovely? I mean, that front cover really does not need anything else. I'm not going to doodle on it. I'm not going to do anything to it because I just think that just says it all. I mean, isn't that just so beautiful? Right, now let us work in the little mini journal. So I'm definitely wanting these. So let us stick these in. Now I'm using my hot glue glue gun just to save time really, and also because we have these little metal embellishments as well, it's just giving me extra security. Now I'm not going to do the lid just because I would like that to have movement. So there's that, and then what I'm going to do, what bits do we have left? So let me bring all the bits in that I have left. So I'm really using everything within my stash this month. So we have these. Right, I'm going to cut this in half so that they are diamond bits like this. So they're going to be tuck pockets. I do need one more tuck pocket, so let us do the same here. So there's 3 tucks. Hopefully they will work. Right. And then I'm thinking that we can just tuck that in. So it needs to be about there. Actually, we'll have it on the other side. So, no, I'm not going to use my glue gun because there's more chance of that going wrong. I'm just going to use my normal wet glue. And I'm just going along these edges here, just like this, and stick them on like that. Oh, and then leave that to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the whole of this book, and I'm going to put in these little tuck spots, and then I'm going to glue these in, and then I will be back. Right, okay, so I'm back. So what I've done is I have put in all the little envelopes. I've put in all of the tuck spots. I did put some glue down the centre to keep that closed. I think that looks lovely. I might actually move that one. So we do have a spare tuck spot as well to add anything in that we want. Now I don't have any paper left, so I can't actually make anything to put into that. and then there's an envelope at the end. Now I do have these little bits, so what I thought I would do, just to use them up when I find my little scissors. What have I done with them now? But you know, I'm always losing them. Always. Are they in front of me? Yes, they are. They are always in front of me. Okay. So what I thought with these little bits that are left is I'm just going to turn them all into little banners. So we just have a few. And then I thought I would tuck them into the envelopes. Just so that the envelopes have got a little something in them. So a couple more. And then we're not wasting paper. So like that. Last one. And then I think that all that's left is just to do a little bit of doodling with our black pen. And then I think we are done. So I'm just going to pop them in like that. And it just gives it more interest. So I'll put a couple in here. Like that. And then we have this one. So I need to do one more, so we'll use this bit. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have enough left, like I said, to fill that last tuck spot. But whoever owns this can get to use it. So that is our mini journal. Right, let me, as you can see, it is just little scrappy bits left. So let me just move them out of the way. And let me bring back everything that we have created. So let me also move my distress inks. Oh, I think these are absolutely gorgeous. And then also, just unplug my glue gun. I'm just going to go in with my black pen because I would like to put a border around this. So we're just going to do a squiggly line all the way around. So it's not precise at all. It is just me squiggling along. And then what I'm going to do, just for added interest, is in the corners I am just going to doodle some circles of all different sizes. And this is really just to add more interest into the card. I mean, the card's got a lot of interest into it anyway, but I just wanted to have a little doodle. So just like that. So just a little bit of doodling on there. I am going to do some squiggles. Right, so there's that one. We're not doing the little mini journal is done. And then on these, actually I think I'm just going to go and draw in some flowers into the background, because why not? Oh, I like that. So as you can see, just little flowers, and they're gorgeous. Oh, Julia, honestly, these are absolutely beautiful embellishments, and I have to admit, I've loved working with them. And you know, there's nothing stopping you doing this with a friend either. You know, get you and your friend get together, choose your stash, make some embellishments, then swap, and then create something using each other's embellishments, because everybody has their own style. And I think it's nice working with something just a little bit different, so please go for it. I would absolutely love it if you did. So another one here. So yeah, I'm thinking that's it actually. That one's upside down. So that is it. That is me finished. Yeah, how cool is that? So excited to see what Julia has created, because like I said, I don't see her creations. I see her creations as soon as you guys do. So it is all kept as very, very secret until we until the videos are released. So yeah, so it's Julia's turn next month to choose what we are working with, so I will definitely look forward to that. But I mean, how amazing are these? And I mean, they're not my embellishments, they are Julia's, but they're gorgeous and they were so nice to work with. I mean, they're absolutely fantastic. I love them. I love these flowers. I'm definitely going to have a go at making these flowers. I love the definition. I would never have thought of putting that much definition in with them. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. And then we have this gorgeous little mini journal. Now I know we're not allowed to, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a piece of an elastic so that it has a tie, because I think it needs it. But I mean, isn't that just really, really pretty? It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm really, really pleased with how that came out. So yeah, I've never made a mini journal before, so it's a first. It's a learning curve. I don't think we've done too bad. The card is just absolutely beautiful as well, and rightly so, putting original on, because it is an original card. Yeah, just so anyway, enough talking. Please do check out the description box below, because you'll be able to find the link over to Julia's channel, and you will be able to see the gorgeous makes that she creates, because you know fine well that using the embellishments that I've sent her, she's going to work her magic with them quite easily. I've loved doing this challenge. Hopefully we'll have another one very similar to this next year, but it's just been absolutely fantastic. Thank you all of you for your support and for your suggestions, and they are absolutely, yeah, I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it, and I've loved the amount of ideas and stuff that you guys have been giving us as well. Please do hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and hopefully I will see you very, very soon in my next video. But until then, happy crafting. Bye.